Hello you lot, my name is Boris Johnson and I'm here today to talk to you about batteries because I think that batteries is a good subject to be talking about. You may be thinking, what on earth can you tell us about batteries? And I can tell you a little bit about batteries because there seems to be a lot of misconceptions regarding batteries, and in the RC hobby, batteries, they're everywhere, you know. And now I've had a few comments on a few of my videos, don't put the battery on the floor, it'll go flat, and all that kind of stuff. You'll ruin the battery, oh no. Well, you know, it's kind of half true, kind of is, kind of ain't, right? So, first of all, putting a battery on the floor does absolutely nothing. You can put a battery on the floor all day long, nothing's going to happen, right? So, obviously, there's different types of batteries. You know, you got these car batteries here that I'm doing to charge up. So you use a big charger like this, charge up a car battery, right? So, this, trying to understand batteries, okay? So there's cells inside and all chemical reactions happen, things and bits and bobs happen inside a battery, right? They're in a non-conductive shell, and don't panic. I know some of you are going, yeah, but why are you talking about car batteries when we're all RC? I'll get into it, alright? So stop panicking, for the love of God. And if you're not religious, cream cake. So, this is in a non-conductive case, okay? If it was in a conductive case, then that'd be what would be the point? There'd be no point in having a battery in a bloody conductive case because you'd be getting shocks all the time, and every time you put it on something, it'd be going bzzz all over the place, right? So putting this on a concrete floor does nothing. Getting it, you know, and also a lot of people go, well, it's cold. The cold has killed my battery. No, the cold hasn't killed your battery. It's heat what kills batteries. Here's the more common batteries that you lot will probably be familiar with. The good old LiPos, and I've got loads of them. Not all of them are LiPos. Some of them are other types. So, you know, most batteries, you know, including telephone batteries, you know, like the ones you get in your mobile telephone that you put in your pocket that could explode at any minute and wipe your whole leg out. They are very susceptible to heat. You know, even including this drill battery here that's a fake replica, an imitation of a Ryobi battery. See, all batteries are the same really. There's some heavy duty batteries that can withstand a bit more heat. They're built to withstand heat because they're designed for that. But really, in general, it's heat what kills batteries, right? And you only notice it, especially on a car battery, when you're starting to start your car on a winter's morning. But any battery, you only notice it when it's cold. Yeah, because a lot of things are a lot stiffer in the cold. You know, electric motors will be stiffer. Everything will just be a bit stiffer in the cold, right? So that's when you notice it more. If we're talking about car batteries, and I know it's again, but if we're talking about car batteries, yeah, your engine's going to be stiffer. The metal's all going to be stiffer. Your oil is going to be thicker. So when you go to start your car, your real life size big car, in the morning, on a winter's morning, and it turns over slowly, and you think, oh, the winter's killed my battery, this cold is killing my battery. Well, it ain't, my friends, alright? It's the heat in the summer that's killed the battery. That's damaged the battery, and therefore you only notice it in the winter, because that's when you need the extra power to turn that cold engine over, alright? So, when people go, because I had a comment on one of my videos, I'm not having a go at the commenter, but I had a battery on the concrete floor outside. I was in the car park, right? I put the battery on the floor. The person goes, oh, don't put it on the floor. It'll discharge it and ruin it. Well, wrong, okay? Now, granted, it's very true that the cold does make the battery deteriorate temporarily, alright? You will notice if you live in a very cold climate, somewhere in America or Alaska or somewhere that's cold, even if you're in a country like England where we are and we get -10 sometimes in the winter, I don't notice it personally, but other people have complained that their telephone batteries go flat very quickly. Well, if you're outside and you've got a telephone battery and it's quite cold, it might go flat quickly. That's just temporary, because the battery reactions, the reactions inside the battery are slowed down by the coldness, yeah? So, it's only temporary though, and by getting a battery really cold, it's not going to ruin it, and it doesn't actually discharge it as such. In many cases, and this is an agreed and a disagreed, it's debated part of the topic really. In my experience, when I've had my cameras, I've never noticed it on a telephone, but my cameras, especially in the winter if I'm outside filming, yeah, the batteries, it says on the little indicator on the screen there, 1 bar, and I'm like, right, I go in the car where it's warm, 20 odd degrees, because I've got the heating on in the car, and I'll turn the camera on, and it'll be full up again, yeah? It seems to be that once the battery warms up, it goes back to its proper performance. And then once the battery gets cold, it can't quite work properly in the coldness. So it's 100%. You can put your batteries on the floor as much as you want, and it ain't gonna make no difference whether it's a car battery, whether it's an RC battery, a LiPo, whatever. It's not gonna ruin it. All right. Putting it on the concrete is completely a myth. A lot of people go, don't put any battery on a concrete floor, it will discharge it. Like I keep saying, I've gone on about it a lot of times. But a lot of people seem to also think, which is ridiculous and ludicrous, they think that the concrete will zap the energy out. Well, like I said, all batteries are in a non-conductive case. That a battery has to be. Alright? So, not only is the battery in a non-conductive case, yeah, plastic case, non-conductive, concrete isn't particularly conductive either. So you can put it on concrete, and even if the concrete was conductive, the battery wouldn't discharge because it's a non-conductive case. Think about it, you put your battery in a car, in a real car, on a metal battery tray a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times. And also, some RC cars have metal chassis in which you put your batteries in. Alright? So, batteries, there's a lot to learn about batteries, and I haven't even touched the surface, really. I really just wanted to try and tell you lot, or let you not know, or give you some information to prompt you, because I don't take everything I say. Take it with a pinch of salt, but what I believe in is what I go by, and I've never had any trouble. Even if you watching this video prompts you to go, oh yeah, I wonder about batteries, and you go and do some proper research and find out about them, and then realise the actual facts, then I'm happy because I've helped someone out. I thought my door was dirty then, but it's just a shadow. Anyway, yeah, then I've helped you out. But just try not to panic too much about batteries being on the floor or being in cold weather and things. Like I said, it's heat what kills them. A lot of times it might even say on the packaging, don't expose to extreme heat, because it will kill them and they won't recover. If they go to extreme cold, they'll recover afterwards when they warm up again. Extreme heat, really, they're unlikely to recover. Think about it, right? In most cases, not always, but in most cases, a real car has, although they have the battery in the engine bay, BMWs and some other makes have them in the boot to keep them away from any heat, but a lot of them are in the engine bay, right? And some of the cheaper cars don't. Well, a lot nowadays they do, but a lot of cheaper cars, or even a lot of expensive cars back in the 90s and before, didn't. But they have an insulating case around the battery, and that's to stop it from getting too hot. That's to stop the thermal heat being exchanged from the engine onto the battery, yeah, because that'll kill the battery. So, I think we've gone on enough about batteries. It's a very short video, I think. A very short video on one subject, but there we go. I really wanted to try and help you a lot about that. I like to try and help anyone as much as I can. If I can help you, then I'm happy I've helped you out. So, I'll catch you later, you lot. Thanks for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And just take care and just love everything and be really happy, because, life's too short to be grumpy. So, take care.